Well, hey! True story! They're all true stories. You'll find this out, actually. Because a few people have said, like, your emails and that, like where do they come from? And it's stuff. This is all stuff. This is all stuff that happens. This stuff happens to me and the people who I train. And it's brilliant. It keeps everything interesting. So we'll see who comes on. But I'm going to crack straight into this one because I'm knackered. And I'm going to have like half an hour's kit before the session this evening. I'm knackered after yesterday. Now, I was in the park with a couple of the people on, when was it? Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday night with Claire and Matthew. And we were just doing some stuff and standing having a bit of a chat and, you know, kind of working out where we're going and a few little bits of technique advice and tweaks here and there and talking about what's difficult and what we need to work on and all that sort of stuff. And these three young lads were walking past, must have been in their 20s, I think. Probably, I don't know. And one of them just wandered straight over to us and he was like, "Are you personal trainers, are you?" And I was like, "Well, I am, yeah." And he goes, "All right." And he lifted his top up and just went, "What do you think of that?" And he had a six-pack. It wasn't like amazing, but you know, it was a six-pack. He was, you know, he looked like he worked out, and I was like, "Yeah, very, very good." And then he come over and went, feel that like that, right? Six-pack bicep. So I did. I was like, "What the fuck? What am I doing here?" And so I went. I give it a bit of a, like an avocado, the Eddie Izzard thing, like squeezy, is it right? Yeah, I went squeezy. I didn't even squeeze it that hard, and it felt all right. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, well done." You know, and then there was another guy sitting kind of over here, and he went and chatted. He was kind of like, "Oh, all right," then he walked off. And he was with these two mates. They were all a bit pissed, I think. This was at like 6:15 on Tuesday. He was walking through the park with a can of bud in his hand. And then he went and talked to some other fella, and then he went off and talked to these other fellas who were sitting on a bench over there, and you know, it was all very odd. It was like, well, you know, as far as I was concerned, it's like, well, what are you trying to prove? You're trying to prove to me you can get a six-pack and you can do bicep curls. Brilliant. Who can't? You know, it's dead easy. You eat well and you do bicep curls. Well done, son. You know. So, and like I say, he was probably in his early 20s, I don't know. And he approached us. We were just doing our thing. He came out of his way to come and see us, to show off, basically. And the thing was, I'm standing there with a mum of two kids who just wants to get fitter and stronger and all of that sort of stuff, and you know, and then another fella who's a dad who works long hours. He gets up early in the morning, drives sort of 40 minutes to work, comes back in the evening, makes it back in time for the sessions. He makes sure he does. But the last thing they're bothered about is getting a six-pack and doing bicep curls. If that was what they were bothered about, they wouldn't be coming to see me. So this guy was trying, I presume he was trying to impress us, or maybe he's just really happy that he's got a six-pack. I don't know. But, you know, if he's got a six-pack and he's good at bicep curls, that's all well and good. Brilliant. Good on him. However, I reckon there's probably some other underlying issue that he's done that for, considering he was walking through the park drinking a can of bud. Just saying, you know, there's probably something else there, I would imagine. Either that, or it's just because he's 25. Is that what 25-year-olds do these days? I'm sure I was at pubs when I was 25. You've grown up a bit by then, haven't you? You should be, you know, walking through a park with, you know, it's like hanging around bus stops and all that. I used to do that when I was 14. Anyway. Not really a point to this, it's just a bit of an anecdote. But if you do want to, like, you know, you want to do bicep curls and get a six-pack and all of that sort of stuff and just look the part, I'm not your man. I could get you to look like that, but I don't want to. What I want to focus on is movement. Getting people along who, you know, so a mum of two, she's had kids, And obviously, because she's a mum. But then, and dads who come down, they've all run out of time. They've all, not let themselves go, I'm not going to say that, but have run out of time for themselves. And then now, once the kids get a little bit older, they start to get a bit of time back for themselves. And then it's like, right, I'm going to look after myself again. And then once you can look after yourself, being a mum or a dad, once you can look after yourself, you can then keep up with the kids, because once they've got to the age of 4, 5, 6, they're going to be running around a lot, and they're going to get fast. They're going to get fast, and if you can't, and they're going to, they've got a lot of energy. They've got more energy than you have, and that's because they've nicked all your energy from when they were a screaming baby, right? So now you can get a little bit of that energy back because you've got a bit of time, and then you'll be able to keep up with them. Okay. Fuck your 6-pack. You don't need one of those. You just need to be able to keep up with your kids. If you can do that, you're going to be the best mum or dad in the world. Aren't you? Aren't you? And Claire is brilliant because what she does, I showed her a few mobility drills to help her out with something that she needed help with movement, to make her stronger within a very simple movement that would have caused problems in later life. I don't know, but it might have done. And I helped her out with that, and she went home, and this mobility drill I gave her, she turned it into a competition with her kids, and she said she was doing it for hours on a Saturday. She was like, right, here's what I've been given to do. So she was doing. The kids were like, oh, give it a go, and they turned it into a competition. So then it's, instead of them sitting, I don't know if our kids play video games or whatever, or stay in the house or go out. I presume they go out because she seems like that sort of person who would take them out and all that sort of stuff. But it's getting them involved in doing something. It's getting them involved, and they were finding it hard. They're like, oh right, okay, like, oh, this is all right, and they were trying to cheat, and she was like, no, try and do it properly, and then they couldn't, and do it and all that. So it'll be helping them out as well. It's a positive influence, ripple effect. I absolutely love that. I love it. So yeah, with that in mind, I am this weekend. I'm in London again. I was in London last weekend doing a mace certification thing at the Commando Temple, which was awesome. And then this weekend, I'm back again in London doing a 2-day mobility workshop to help people move better again, to update my knowledge. It's with a guy called Perry Nicholson, who I've met before, and I was at a thing where he did a couple of seminars, only like an hour long each. I'm going to be spending 2 days with him and a bunch of other people who are all there to learn. And this guy knows his stuff. And yeah, 2 whole days. I'm going to come away with so much from that. I've already got some of the guys moving better. This will get them moving even better. Because if you want to start sticking if you want to start not even heavy weights, if you want to start sticking relatively heavy or even light weights onto your movement, you're going to need to move properly first. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get people 6-packs. I'm not trying to get them biceps. I'm not trying to get the thing is, what else do people, pecs, blokes want pecs, right? Pecs, we'll go into that as well. So I'm not trying to get you those as well. I'll get rid of your jubblies, if you're a man. I'll get rid of your jubblies, but if you want pecs, you've got them. They're there. But if you want to get like big sculpted ones, that's great. You can go and join a commercial gym and ask one of the guys in there wearing his tiny little vest with his nipples poking out where he got his from. So if you want all that, you can go to a gym. If you don't, if you just want to move better so you can have a better quality of life, because you've got a pain in your neck, you've got like sore shoulder, you can't touch your toes, when you're walking upstairs you feel your hips moving around a lot and you get a sore lower back, things like that. If those are causing you problems, even if they're not causing you problems, they might do in the future that you don't know about yet, come and hit me up, or download my program below, which will help you with a bit of that anyway. It'll help you with it's the very start, it'll help you with some of that. But obviously, it won't solve everything for you, because you're not going to do that in one free program from me, quite frankly. However, it's a very start. And it'll hopefully make you realise, there's a couple of the guys just today actually who realised, one of the guys had a sore shoulder, one of the new guys had a sore shoulder, and he said, he texted me and said, I'm not going to come along today. So I said, come along anyway, and we'll see what we can do. And he came along, and we did a few bits and pieces. He still had a workout, but we didn't do anything that would hurt his shoulder. We in fact did something that would make his shoulder mobility better. And by the end of the session, he was like, it feels like it's moving better already. It feels like it's moving. That was in one session. And then the thing is, though, what will happen is it'll probably go back to the way it was again. So we need to keep doing it, need to keep doing it. And eventually it will get better. And it'll get stronger. And it'll make him instantly stronger. There you go. Another guy, we were doing some stuff, and there was something I told him a month ago, and he was like, that finally makes sense now. Because he's been doing it, and he's like, that finally makes sense. When you told me that a month ago, I didn't really get what you meant, and I tried to help him through, and I tried to get him to understand, and he didn't quite get it, which was fine, because then we didn't go too heavy or anything like that. I was like, right, we'll stay where you're at right now. And then today, light bulb moment, he finally got it, and that's what it's all about. It's about light bulb moments, and you don't get those every single time you train. You don't get those every single time. You don't stand there and go like, oh, right, yeah, that all makes sense now. Tell me the next thing. So then I tell him, like, oh, right, now that all makes sense. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to apply it. You've got to practice it. Practice. That's what tomorrow is going to be about, by the way, because there was another person I was talking to in the park today. There's a theme running here. Anyway, there you go. So if you want to know how to get started, you download my program below. There you go. So that's my story about feeling a guy up in the park. So there you are. Any questions, hit me up and I'll talk to you tomorrow.